We go with the new one, new lab, which is IO creation. For the modules and devices, we can add multiple IOs, we can connect multiple IOs. Controller can handle many different devices, like suppose this is my controller, here is my another controller which is a compact logic controller, there is control logics controller, then distributed IOs is here. All are in a ring connection. This is ETF. ETF mostly used for the third party, sorry, to break the ring, to take out the output from the ring. For the most of the time they use for the HMI or third party line interface or third party device interface. We are using ETF. We are creating the different network by using this ETF. uh, by using this ETF we are maintaining the ring network. Then next is these are the chassis IO in the controller. This is your again compact logics the different version. Then this is the guard logics. Whenever you see the red one symbol, that was the safety IOs, safety controller. This is the guard logics controller. Then these are the Ethernet communication cards. Then this is again compact logics device. This is my statics switches, is a Ethernet communication switches. We can interface different devices on this static switch. This is static switch 5700. This is level 2 switch, and this is a level 3 switch. You can both are the manageable switches. Here is the again ETF to take out the connection to external device, which is a kinetics 350 is the servo drive. These are the servo drives, kinetics 56500. This is encoder also have two Ethernet ports. All devices have a dual channel Ethernet ports. Why it requires? Because that all devices are DLR compatible. For the DLR we need two IO ports, sorry, two Ethernet ports. This is kinetics 5700. Then PowerFlex 527 we can connect into the ring network. Then kinetics 5500. These different devices we can connect into the one network, and we can take it into the directly inside of the controller IO configuration. The next one is the some IO families. We have different types of IO families. One is uh, these are the chassis based IO families. We can directly connect that chassis IOs to the controller, and by using that IO we can configure our field inputs and outputs. These are the flex IOs. Where we can use flex IOs. These are the point IOs we can use. These are a different new technology for the point IOs. As a smaller IO, it will take a small size of the chassis, compact IOs. The similar IO you can I think see in the Snyder and Siemens, is the similar small compact IOs. Then these are the control logics chassis IOs. These are the field devices IOs. The directly we can connect the devices to these field devices. Then in the back plane, below the controller, there is a local IO. These are the local IOs. Then Ethernet IOs, whatever we have connected to ANTR, that Ethernet IOs is coming under this. Then Ethernet adapter node, the remote IOs. This all we are calling at as remote IO, because that connected with through the Ethernet to the controller. That's why we are calling it as a remote IOs. Then this is the controller organizer. This is local organizer, you can see it. Then to create new module, we need to create add some ANTR modules, or here also you can create the new modules. Each remote rack or device is a node 5580 and 5380. Right click to the add profile, create new modules. If you are online to the controller, you can directly discover the modules, and you can directly browse all the IO configure into the remote remote network, that you can directly browse and import into the this Ethernet below, under the below Ethernet tab. Then after creating on the add new module, then you can filter this module here, like analog communication module, control module, or a digital module, or whatever category you want to here you can filter it out, and then you can search. If you know the series or catalog number, you can directly put the catalog number here, and you can enter the IOs and select the IOs by using this catalog number. Then this is I would filter the manufacturer filter. You can filter the IOs by using the manufacturer filter also. Then list of available modules below the this window. In this window, the available modules automatically browsed. You can select it and add it. Do you want to add more modules? If not, then click on this button and it will close the window. Otherwise it will open manually. You need to close. Then after creation of module, then you can give the name for that particular module, then slot number of that module, and you can add the control add it. Here you can change these properties, like revision number you can change, compatible model you can change, then here slot number you can change, catalog type, the type of that module you have selected, it will show it with the description, like 24 volt high speed DC isolate input sync and source, like that. And vendor name is here, revision keying. We have different keyings. By using that keying, we are secure our control system. Three choices of keying. We have exact match, compatible module, and disable keying. That we have we need to select it here. This keying, when you, by default the keying is the compatible model keying. If you want to change that keying, you can change it by clicking on this change button. The exact match, the catalog and revision must exactly match regulated industries. It will regulate the industries. Most of the oil and gas industry, pharmaceutical industry, they using the exact match, but it is not mandatory to select this exact match. The recommended setting is the compatible module. Why we are going to select the compatible module will determine if it can support features. This is a recommended setting. Measure and vendor name checked by the controller, and then it will adapt that module, and it will work with that model. Otherwise it will not work. If you disable keying, they always try to connect regardless of match. Only use if manufacturer advice. Otherwise don't use the disable keying. If you use that disable keying, it will work, no problem, no doubt. But when you configure different model on particular slot, and already you have suppose you have digital analog input card previously, and you just take it the analog input card of on a different manufacturer and just add that card into the slot. It will create electronic clash, and it will be harmful for your system. That's why uh, don't use the disable keying. You can use it, but try to avoid this using disable keying. You can mostly prefer this compatible module, and this also not recommended where it will try to match exactly minor version, major version, the uh, vendor name, card name, everything they're trying to match, and then it will work. If you have a major and minor version difference, then it will not work with the exact match. That's why we are going to use on most of the time compatible keying. But if you have critical system, then you can use the exact match keying. Then particular module properties. In the module properties, you have multiple tabs. In the multiple tabs, you can see the in the configuration tab, you can see the channel configuration. You can select the current type module, voltage type module. By default it will take a voltage model, but if you want to select the current model, you can select it as a current model. You can select the range of that module also. By using this, you can disable the some particular input and outputs by using this tab. Then calibration, calibration, alarm stacks, time synchronization, module information, connection, and general settings. You can do it from this tab. Then we can try to add the IOs. All of you have added emulator controller or another one, I think. Hello. Okay. Okay, we will try with the emulator. In the emulator, we have a limited IOS configuration, because in the emulator only digital input and digital output we can configure here. But emulator can calculate your all the program. It process the all program, but only regarding the hardware input and output we are not able to configure here. You need to download that program without IOS. If you download the program with the IOS, field IOS, it will not take, it will give some error message, because the simulator doesn't have any hardware input output modules that you have configured. Here for the emulator, there is some different IO models that we can see. I will just open the emulator your end.
This is just for simulation purpose.
Yeah, this is only for the simulation purpose. You can emulate your soft code, and you can configure with the hard code. That's why we are seeing the next labs, that labs have some functionalities. In that functionality, we are going to use only soft code is different and hard code is different, and we can download that soft code and check it. And hard code, we are taking a separate routine, and that separate routine we can inhibit, and then we can download it. But same program you can't download on the physical controller and simulation controller. It not happens, because that physical controller configuration is not work with the directly your emulator controller.
Ganesh,
Yes.
but if you want to create a logic, you want to simulate those things. What do you have to do? You have to